Hey there, BrickBatDad here, and in this video we're going to build this old Indiana Jones set called Flight of the Flying Wing, and we're going to see what we can do to make this a Batman vehicle. Also, stay to the end of the video to see what vehicle I'm thinking about building for Batman next. So this wing is the reason I decided to build this set in the first place. Got this wing a while ago, as I mentioned in a previous video, and it's been kind of hanging out, guilt tripping me to finally build this set. So right away, I'm having to deviate from the instructions. I mostly start projects like this by just building black and following the instructions. And this one, sometimes I'll change some of the colors from black to other colors, but for the exterior, I'm trying to use every black part I can because I know I'm stuck with this wing piece that's dark bluish gray instead of black. But one of the things I was saying earlier, for the cockpit, I had to deviate from the instructions because after I built the whole thing, I couldn't fit a Batman in there with this cowl. So I had to use some different parts for the cockpit to sink that seat down deeper. And as you can see, I'm choosing a red seat for Robin in the back, what's going to become the back. I hate it when I get something carefully built just right, and then try to put the final piece to lock it in place, and it just crumbles. But that's Lego. All right, so now we're going to attach this big assembly to the big wing piece, and already we've got something resembling kind of a ship. This piece is going to become one of the motors. In the original model, there was a propeller in the back, and that's because of the movie. In the movie, that's what the plane had. But we're going to use a jet engine on this one. I think it's sometimes cute or funny to have a rotary kind of plane, old school thing, and there's definitely definitely room for that in my Batcave and my Batman collection. But I just thought this one looks better with a jet engine. It looks just too darn stealthy and crumble again. It just looks too stealthy to fool with those propellers. So I couldn't stand leaving those propellers. So we're gonna do jets. Alrighty. Using the black again, sticking with black, trying to cover. I'm gonna look for every opportunity I can to cover these wing pieces with black. Dark bluish gray is definitely in the palette for Batman, but it just looks weird having just huge areas of dark bluish gray. We're gonna use these curved slopes to kind of round out that edge. Again, here we're just covering up sleeking it out. I think these new pieces are really cool. Kind of looks like armor plating. I think it beefs up the plane and also covers it up with some more black. Flushing out the interior here. Probably should have done some of this before I attached it. Would have been easier to get in here. All right. I really like how there's a reversed gunner seat in the back for Robin. That's why I put that red seat there, like I was saying earlier. In the original instructions, there was like a crate that fit between the two seats for holding cargo, but I kind of skipped that. There was, I think, not that many parts involved, but I didn't care for it, so I didn't include it here. But we're going to have some kind of extra space there in between Batman and Robin's seat. Here we're attaching giving the wings some extra width, and it's going to be an opportunity for more black, which is great. So we'll make these wing tips out of black. That's starting to tip the balance towards Batman with the increased amount of black on the model overall. starting to look more like something that I could see Batman in. This is following the original model. It had these wings that adjusted using the click joints is kind of awesome because you can get the angles of the wings to match each other. But I think it looks pretty good just straight. So here we're going to add some more armor plating. This is not in the original instructions, but I want to add this armor plating to again cover more of the wing, make more of the ship black. And I thought the original model looked kind of weird how the wing tips looked detached, so I added those slopes to try to cover it. And then here I'm just adding some more detail to these slopes that were called for in the original instructions, but I thought they looked kind of plain, so we're going to add some these ladders over the top of them, make it look kind of like a grill or something, some kind of air inlet for the jet engines maybe. And then these huge slopes were called in the original instructions. I really like these things. I have a few of them that I've been looking to use for a long time, but they're just kind of a weird, huge slope. I'm going to add these animal tails on several places. I think this helps it look much more bat-like, having those points. Here we're building the turret for Robin, so he can gun down some guys from the back. This is all straight original design on the gun. It was a good looking gun. So we'll leave that alone. Yeah, it's real good looking. I love how simple this turret is, how it connects underneath the windshield. It's great. More animal tail. Now I think we're really looking like a Batwing-ish. These are a weird piece, not used in a lot of sets, but I really liked the landing gear. A lot of times Lego uses this type of landing gear for bigger planes. Not this one's not used in very many, period, but this one here, this with the swivel, and this is usually used on the front of large aircrafts. I thought it was awesome that they included it here. It makes it turn really easy. Really like that, how you can turn it when it's on the ground. This is going to cover up the center extra space I was talking about. All black, of course. But we're going to add a little touch. We're going to add some ears to this. This is going to make it, again, look a bit more bat-like, I think. And yeah, I think that's starting to look pretty bat-like. So this part is a little weird, but I love the old school Batman, Batmobiles and other Bat vehicles that have the eyes on basically the Bat face on it. So I just wanted to find a way to put a Bat face on this thing. My favorite part of this whole model, this whole Indiana Jones model, is the windshield and the front cockpit. How it's this angled windscreen that's fairly uncommon. I was lucky enough to find that color, a dark color that's going to work for Batman, and then finding a way to add eyes to it, I think really looks good. Really looks like something worthy of Batman. So in the original model, this 4x4 dish was attached to an axle with stud, and it just kept popping off for me. So back when it was made, it didn't have a 1x1 round plate with hole, but we have that now, and so I can use that to make a really strong connection to a bar, and then I can put that bar into that Technic brick, and then it stays on really well. So we gotta put Batman and Robin, show off the room I have for Batman's cowl. and then put Robin in the back in the gunner seat. Now the model's complete. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked this build, liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I release a video, hit that bell button. Please tell me what you think in the comments, good or bad. I think it turned out good, but what do I know? I'm biased too because I built it. In a previous video, I built this Bat Space Rover Explorer, something like that. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. At the end of that video, I mentioned that I might build this helicopter, this creator set, a Batman version of it. But after thinking about it more and playing around some, I just kind of lost interest in it. Like it's a great set, but I just couldn't think of anything that got me real excited to make it Batman. It just felt like it was going to be kind of a boring looking, black helicopter. And I already did the Black Widow. If you haven't seen that video, I did a Black Widow version, took the Black Widow set and turned that into a Batman. So I think multiple Bat helicopters is cool, but maybe not that one. So the set I've been thinking about building next is actually the Razor Crest. I'm a big fan of Mandalorian. Been watching it with my daughters. We've watched all the episodes many times. We love it, and I think it would be really interesting to see what a Batman version of this could look like. Could look really awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. See ya.